my live streaming for down here and for up here, and somehow there was some kind of battle that was going on. I guess you can do it on TikTok. I don't know anything about it. Um, but what I really wanted to chat about with you guys today is determination, consistent, having a plan of action, facing your fears and death. Yeah, nobody likes to talk about death, but if you are trying to achieve some kind of success in your life, whether it is in your business, in your personal life, in your work life, in your family life, all of these things are really important. You got to be super determined on what it is you're trying to accomplish. But to know what it is that you're trying to be, what you're trying to accomplish, you need to have a written action plan. So make sure you have things written down. I have here, I can show you guys TikTok real quick and then I'll switch back over. I have things all written down right here. I've got things written down on this side over here as well. I also have things written down on my desk. So I'll try to show you guys on the laptop as well, real quick, so I can show you. Ouch, I just got shocked. Oh, I can't because everything's the microphone and everything's all hooked up here. Oh, I had these on for somebody earlier today. So make sure you have a written plan of action down, and then be very determined for what it is you want to try to accomplish. And then you have to be consistent about it every single day. I mean, you guys know what you're supposed to do. You have to do something every day. You have to take action every day. You have to take the steps that you need to take to get to the place you want to get to. Right? It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take some grit. And you just have to work at it every single day. I use the analogy of getting to the top of a flight of stairs. You can't get to the top of this flight of stairs by just jumping to the top. You have to take it one step at a time, and you have to be determined to take those steps, step after step after step. And the plan of action is taking this step after step after step to get to the top of those stairs. Same thing goes when you're building a business, right? You have to put in your time, and you can't let your fears get in the way. So if there's something you need to learn to do, you have to make sure to face those fears. If you're afraid of calling a client, call the client. And don't think you're trying to sell something to somebody, right? Let's use an analogy here. Let's say you had a friend that was going through some kind of a challenge. And let's say they were going through some kind of depression, right? And you went through depression before. So you call up that friend and you just start asking questions, just like you're having a conversation. Hey, where are you at in your depression? And this, I want to relate this to whatever the service that you're providing, the product for your business. It's the same idea when it comes to selling. And this is facing your fears, because a lot of people don't like to sell. But if you serve people and you help them, then you're not selling them anything. As a matter of fact, if you have something that can help somebody and you don't offer them what it is that you have, you're doing them a disservice. So you need to face this fear of selling. So let's get back to the analogy of the person with depression. I'm using depression because I went through some depression once. You can call that person up and get on the phone that's facing your fear and just say, hey, where are you at? And let them tell you where they're at. And if you come from your heart and you can relate with that particular subject of somebody that went through that, they're going to feel at ease, right? So it's the same thing in your product or your service. You'd just find out, where are they at? And then, where do they want to be? Look, you're going through that depression. I'm so sorry you feel that way. I remember when I was going through that, it was terrible. I never wanted to call anybody, talk to anybody, hang out with anybody. Didn't want to, where would you like to be? Well, this is me being that person who I'm asking, well, I don't want to feel like this. I want to be able to, go to sleep without that big knot in my stomach. I want to be able to, feel good about myself and feel good about going out in public. And so you're relating with them and just having a conversation. So when I talk about facing your fears and making that phone call to the client that you're afraid to call because all you're thinking about is selling them, well, stop trying to sell them. Just ask these kind of questions. Where are they? Where do they want to be? And why? Why do you want to feel better? Why do you want to, solve that particular problem? It's really simple. It's just having a conversation with other people that relates to your particular product or service that you have to want to help and change and transform the people that you're serving. If you go in it with a serving state of mind, instead of a selling, stop trying to sell, just serve. Um, that's all you're doing is you're asking people questions. And maybe you don't have the product or service to help that particular person that you get on the phone. That's okay. Just, you know, mention to them, hey, that hopefully today I helped you a little bit. Maybe you know somebody or someone or a service that can help that particular person, and then help them, still serve them. Even though if it's not serving your pocketbook, do what you can to serve them, to help them. Because when you help other people get what they want, you get everything that you want. I was just listening to Dean Graziosi. He's part of the mastermind.com group. And he talked about like when you get in an airplane, and one of the things that they talk to you about is if something happens to the airplane and it's going down and the oxygen mask drops, they always say what? Right? What do they say? They say, put your mask on first, and then help your family, then help the person that's next to you. So the same goes when you're facing your fears and you're promoting your product and or service, right? Make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. Like you're thinking about the things that you have that can serve other people. And when you know that you have something really special, bring your passion to serve those other people, to give them the things that are going to help them. And when you help them, you're helping yourself. It's the big picture thinking. It's not just thinking to the end of your nose. It's thinking about the really grand thing you want to do. What is the thing you want to do to really change the direction of other people's lives? And when you get in that mindset, it's easier to face your fears. It's easier to be determined. It's easier to be consistent. It's easier to follow a plan of action, right? It is. When you're coming from a service standpoint, not a selling standpoint. Think about the value that you have to give to other people. Think about what it is that you're doing. I don't care what it is that you're doing, whether it's a job, a business, an opportunity, a family, a relationship. Think about how you can help that other person. What can you bring to the table to help them? Give all of yourself to help that particular person and or group or your family. It's coming from a place of your heart. I'm going to be really short on this today because we're getting ready to head out to Breckenridge, Colorado. We have a family tradition that we go skiing and or snowboarding on Christmas every day. So I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick, but I just wanted to go over these few things with you. I hope they resonate with you. I hope you can reach deep down inside and think about some of the things I shared with you today. The last thing I'm going to talk about is death. Nobody likes talking about death. But if you're on your deathbed, and you didn't face your fears, you weren't determined, you weren't consistent about the thing that you have in your heart that you feel really strongly about, and you're laying in your deathbed, that's when you're going to have that regret, right? You're going to have that regret if you don't take the action steps, if you don't face the fears, if you're not determined and being consistent, following a plan of action, a written plan of action. How terrible is that going to be? How much more awful would it be you laying on your deathbed and feeling regret that you didn't take a chance, that you didn't step into your best self to serve other people? That will be awful. That'll be absolutely terrible. So I want you to go out and I want you to do the things that you truly want to do. And don't wait till January 1st. Don't write resolutions. Write goals. Write plans of action. Write down the feeling that you're going to have when you serve those other people. So when you do get on your deathbed, you don't have those regrets. You don't have that "I wish I would have" sentence coming out of your mouth. Maybe the last words that come out of your mouth. So just want to be share that. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave them. Send me a direct message. I just love helping other people. I love it with my current business, with my new business, my friends, family. Just when I broke my neck when I was 23 years old in 1989, I think it was, it kind of changed everything for me. So I appreciate all of you. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I wish you health and happiness and love. And take the time and hug somebody today. Be kind to somebody today. When you're driving, let somebody cut in front of you if they're moving fast, and don't get angry with people, especially this time of year. Be kind, be extra kind, even though everybody's running and rushing and being crazy, and you have a little bit of time off right now. So reflect on the year and then write a plan of action of what it is that you want to accomplish this year, and be determined about it, be consistent about it, and face your fears. So when you get on your deathbed, you have no regrets. Take care. Merry Christmas. I appreciate everyone. I'll talk to you soon.